Fame was sitting right next to Aaron Hernandez.
Hey, but hold up now. Let's be fair. Ray Lewis was not convicted of any.
He was not convicted of
murder charge.
He was. You know what? Good for him. But what about that man he killed?
He didn't kill nobody.
No justice.
Were you there? Did you see him kill somebody?
Yeah,
you didn't see him. Did you see it?
No justice, no peace.
Did you see it?
Oh man, did you see that?
Let me say this. Give me that white suit.
I was there. You weren't there.
Hold on.
Who are you going to convict him?
No,
you're calling out of Georgia, right? Are you a Georgia Bulldog fan?
Hey, this is King Joppy Joe.
Oh, you're a Bulldog fan talking to us about fucking
What about
breaking
those 31
rules
players over the last 4 years, Mark?
Oh, God.
Hold on.
Please.
Let Joe talk. Let him talk. Let's go.
What?
My Bulldogs done more in this decade than your team done.
You won a national title?
They got 31 players arrested over the last 4 years. What's that Bible thumper down there done for them?
We becoming the Hurricanes of the '90s, right?
No, you hurrying up to jail. That's what y'all hurrying up to do.
Hurricanes in the '90s. You haven't won no titles.
How many of those kids graduated? You want to talk about Jenkins, who couldn't even make it to the bowl game because he was ineligible as a senior? He was there one semester at Georgia. As a senior, he couldn't even get his grades right. And you got the nerve to talk about you're at Georgia? Man, look, that program is a shame and a shambles. Okay, you're doing young African Americans wrong. You either send them to jail or you're not graduating them.
Talk to him.
This coming from a fan base who cheats and give their players money from bookies.
Yeah, and boats with strippers, all that. Boats with strippers and all that.
Whoa, hold on. How many play? Okay.
Hey, it's not.
Answer the question. Answer the question. In the last 4 years, in the last 4 years, how many Miami Hurricanes have been arrested? Right? In the last 4 years, how many Miami Hurricanes have been arrested? You want me to answer that question for you?
How many?
8. 8 have been arrested, including the last 2 from here. Now, how many Georgia players have been arrested?
I think we had
how many Georgia players have been arrested? Answer
the
question.
Whole team.
57.
Their whole secondary is gone.
Dang. We got another call.
Do you know how many freshmen started?
Hey, what's going on? This is Kane Shades Radio.
How you doing? I'm calling because it's all about the FSU. Ain't no more about the Canes now. I know it's about FSU. Oh, you already know how these Indians do. Them Indians be killing them cranes and frying them up. So what's up?
You're out of your damn mind.
Excuse me?
I said you're out of your mind.
I'm out of my mind. It's all about that FSU.
You know what? You really are an FSU fan because it's not Indians, it's Seminoles.
You don't even know your mascot. At least we know what Sebastian's an ibis.
All right, you got me on that one. But it's all about them. It's all about the Seminoles. Come on now.
What are you,
That's what happens.
Did you make it to your senior year? Can you read?
Yes, I can.
That's what happens when you jump on the bandwagon.
Okay, well, you can't read what's on the side of the building? Florida State Seminoles, not Florida State Indians?
Oh, that's true. I should have said that from the beginning. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me ask this. What's your thing? What's the mantra you guys go by? The Seminoles.
What you mean?
It says Florida State Seminoles, and then underneath it, what's the mantra? What does it say?
Oh, that I don't know. All I know is that I watched the Seminoles play, and that I like the Seminoles.
Oh, you're a bandwagon. You're an old bandwagon.
With that, man.
In a couple of years, you'll be rocking the damn Miami jersey like they did in the 90s.
Well, you be on the first bus because you ain't got a car all the way down here to Miami.
Oh man, hold on. Are you one on Antonio Cromartie's baby's mom? Are you looking for him?
No, I am not looking for him. I'm just out here supporting my FSU.
He's still looking for his second grade reader. Isn't that the second grade level he can read at? I believe it is.
No, I think that's the girl that hooked up Peter Warwick at Dillard's.
Oh, there you go.
Free shoes.
It is.
They said James Winston was late for culinary art class on how to cook crab.
Hey, I bet Jameis Winston probably taught her how to read with his dumb ass.
Hey, yo, Hey, I just want to give a shout out to D Nasty Boys and Bo Nose, man. This Joe Rock King Job is Joe representing the Bulldog. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man.
All right, thanks for calling.
Appreciate
Thanks for calling. And the FSU caller, thanks for calling too.
Definitely. See, that's what we need, man.
Wow.
We need other teams. We need the Bulldogs and we need the Seminoles in the
no,
North
you know what we
Carolinas
need?
to call in.
What do we need?
You know what we really need, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a big fan of this, and like I said, we need to get some big, sturdy war daddy type nose tackles in there. That's what we need on the team.
Well, we got Weiss.
That's one.
That's
okay.
one, exactly.
When you're running a TNT with your tackle, your nose tackle, and your tackle, you need at least 4 to rotate during the game. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because each one of those big 330-pound dudes, they're good for about 15, maybe 20 plays if you're lucky during the game. They are not built for running 30 plays a game. That's not what they're there for. You look at Alabama goes 4 deep. You look at any other team, they all go 4 deep.
But when we try to recruit them, we can't get them. We lost Valentine to LSU.
Here's the thing. And that's what I've said. I've said on the boards. I've said it in a lot of different places. And the Canes fans need to understand what they're looking at, what they're seeing. You can't go out and get a 4-star or a 5-star and make them a nose tackle. It doesn't work that way. If you look at all the teams that are successful running the 3-4, the 3-3-5, whatever, you have all the nose tackles they get are 3 stars or no stars. Alabama, they recruited 4 0 to 3 stars over the years, and they turned them into. You look at Darius. Darius was a 3-star. You look at Jesse Williams. He was a 3-star. You look at who they've got now, Snow, who was from Memphis. He was a no-star. Okay, you look at who's that other, Darian Lake. Okay, that's another kid, a 3-star that nobody heard of, some country backwater kid. They chain him in the weight room. Then 2 years later, these monsters emerge, and voila.
Well, how about a kid we got from New York? He's a big boy.
Exact. But see, he's a 3-star. You chain him in the weight room. 2 years from now, Jenkins will be ready.
How did you hear about our show? Canes Insight, Bacon League.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Wait, repeat that last question?
I said, how did you hear about our show?
On Cane Insight.
Okay. I got you now.
On that, but like I said, I got people that just showed up, so I got to run, guys. I was really only calling in for like 5 minutes. It was great talking to you guys. I'll probably call in next week, and we can talk a little more D-line. And again, keep doing what you guys do. Okay?
Keep listening, keep calling. We appreciate the support, man.
Put your cane shades on.
We got a new caller. What is going on?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Good. What's going on with you?
I'm calling representing Florida State. I'm a podcaster myself, and I actually kicked mine back off on Sunday. So listening in, getting back in the rhythm, and then heard the conversation. So I wanted to jump in and say what's up to y'all boys.
What's going on, man? I mean, you're a Seminole. I know you want to be great, so you want to come over here to the Hurricane thing. So let's hear what you guys say, because we're going to win the ACC this year. Mark my words.
Who's going to win the ACC?
The University of Miami.
ES.
That's funny. Now, one thing, though, all jokes aside, I listened to your show last week and then listening in tonight. And I hear y'all saying you're going to win the Coastal and win the ACC, but I haven't heard any actually on-the-field reasons why y'all are going to win. Everything has been about, the defense has to be better, or we got Duke back, or, all of this type of stuff. This team sucks, that team sucks. But what about Miami? What about Miami on the field, based off of what we saw the last 6 weeks of the season, haven't played a game since, losing 4 out of 6. What's changed from then to
Let
now
me ask you one question.
to make y'all so short? Go ahead.
Let me ask you one question. After
ahead.
Duke got hurt, did you see the same exact team that you saw the first 7 games?
Oh, no, absolutely not. There's no disputing that. But what I will say to that is, even after Duke got hurt, you still had enough talent to look a lot better than you guys look. And I don't feel
exactly.
Like, real quick, I don't feel like the University of Miami, 5 national championships, all the history, all the tradition. I don't feel like you guys should ever be beholden to one player the way y'all were beholden to Duke Johnson. Yes, great player, make no mistake about it. Love the kid, big fan of his. But when he got hurt, he shouldn't have derailed your season the way that he did. There should have been someone else. Dallas Crawford ran well. Gus Edwards ran well. Coley switch up the offense a little bit, to kind of feature some other people if the running game isn't what it was. But it shouldn't have been. Go ahead.
You also got to remember, man, with this NCAA investigation, we don't have the depth that we should. We don't have the depth that Florida State has.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It is when you watch Miami's games, watch the Wake Forest game. Duke, I hate to say it, but he was the heart of that offense. Like, he was the one that would get another player. The FSU game, for matter of fact, he had a big run, a player tackled him. He get in his face. He was the only one that had that attitude to take that, in my eyes, to take the offense and give them confidence. No one else I saw do that after he got hurt.
But we're having two separate discussions from the standpoint of, I'm not saying Miami's depth was national championship level. We all know that wasn't the case. The NCAA had some parts to do with that. Al Golden really learning how to navigate and recruit Florida, and South Florida had parts to do with that as well. So I'm not saying Miami should have had or has national championship depth. What I'm saying is Miami, the same way you guys are saying right now on paper, Miami has the most talent in the ACC than anybody not named Florida State. I would say that was the same case last year. You had more talent than anybody not named Florida State or Clemson, and Clemson wasn't on your schedule. So
I totally agree.
Even with the Duke Johnson injury, you still had more than enough talent to not look that bad against North Carolina, to not struggle against Duke, and to not, FSU. I think FSU was better anyway. I don't think there's any argument there, but you had more talent than Virginia Tech, and you had more talent than Duke.
Yeah, we should have beat Virginia Tech, and we had a lead on them. We blew it. We should have beat North Carolina. I mean, not North Carolina, but Duke. We should have won all those games. In my eyes, we should have went 11-1 last year and only lost to Florida State. That's coming back. It's a fact.
Right, and coming back to that, and the reason that you didn't wasn't the players, it was coaching. And nothing's changed on your coaching staff.
And that is why I said this is the year. I'm giving Al Golden this year. And if something is not done this year, if we don't go 10-2 at least, like I said, Coastal or bust. If we don't win the Coastal this year, Golden needs to be on the hot seat because there is no excuses at all.
Yeah, but check this out, though. In that Florida State game, okay, the refs totally fucked up our momentum. Duke Johnson, that was a touchdown right there, man. That totally, we would have got back in that game.
I don't know, I know the play you're talking about when the refs blew the whistle early when Telvin Smith had him wrapped up and was still getting blocked. Now, from McCain's perspective, I completely understand that, but when you go back and look at the film, and of course I'm going to be a little jaded to have my, you say Kane shades, I say my garnet and gold glasses, but I will say it did look like in the backfield, if you go back and watch the tape, like Timmy Jernigan pulled up a little bit, and then I think it was Jalen Ramsey who was kind of running. So Duke, I don't think Duke would have scored had he got past.
He would have been gone.
He was gone.
I was at the game. I was like, touchdown. They cheated.
That was gone. He was gone.
We can agree to disagree. The whistle blew. We don't know who stopped, who didn't stop it, but I mean that's one play in a 27-point game.
So let me ask you a question. What is Florida State's expectations this year?
12-0, make it to the playoffs. I can't speak past that without knowing. I know the 12 teams on the regular season schedule, so I can say 12-0. I know the Coastal, so I can say I guess 13-0. Then make it to the playoffs, and then from there see who you match up against. I think that's the expectation.
So you're saying undefeated ACC champs in the playoffs?
I'm saying that's the expectation. Now, whether or not that'll happen, there are some factors that are going to go